Father Mella, I know you are right now outside Wuchong building. You are on a strike, fast, I should say. Basically in protest about the right of a girl who is turning 11. And then the story is that she is half Ugandan and half English, right?
Yes.
And then the Hong Kong government want to give the custody of this girl to already to a Hong Kong family.
No, to an Indian family.
To an Indian family
Yeah.
in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us more about the background? And I know you have been trying hard to have this girl meet up with the, I would say, blood-related family members of hers in Uganda.
Original family.
Original family.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the story?
So in 2012, during the first occupation, central occupation under the South China, under the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank, I saw this Ugandan young woman who told me that she had a baby, but the baby was taken by the social welfare at the time. So I started to be in touch with her, and she was very disturbed because after she gave birth to the little girl, the father of this little girl didn't recognize her, so she started to have difficulties in her mind, and her behavior changed, and so
The mother.
the mother.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so the social welfare took the little girl when she was only some months old and put her in the children's home, and then to the Paul and Cook orphanage. So I started to go to visit the girl with the mother, and once a week or twice, once every 2 weeks. And then after some years, the social workers applied and went to the court in 2014 to separate the girl from the mother and to give the girl in adoption to another family. So at that time, I tried to talk with the judge, but she didn't allow me to get into the court because the social workers of social welfare were only presenting the bad behavior of the mother and not the good aspects of her, care of taking care of the girl. But the judge didn't listen to me, didn't allow me to get.
That's a lower
the
court judge,
chamber.
of course, right?
No, it was already high court.
High court.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after she said that she decided to separate the girl from the mother, immediately I informed the mother of the mother that at the time
the grandmother.
the grandmother that at that time was only 46 years old. So and she and the two aunts of the girl applied to adopt her, and the Ugandan Foreign Ministry was informed. And they started to keep in touch with the social welfare in Hong Kong from 2014 to 2016. Then the person in charge of this case was in Uganda, was sent to Germany, and so the social welfare stopped to be in touch with the Ugandan Foreign Ministry. But we think the social welfare in Hong Kong didn't inform the Public Security Bureau of this case. So only a social worker in Tuen Mun kept in touch with this the social. How can we say? Only the social worker in Tuen Mun kept in touch with the Foreign Ministry of Uganda. That should be done by the Foreign Ministry, by the Security Bureau there. So it's so. Hello. So can you stop just a moment? Hello, how are you? The social welfare was So they didn't inform the security bureau, and then they decided not to continue to keep in touch with the Ugandan government. So, and secretly they started to give to send the little girl on Saturday and Sunday to this family. That is, in the end, we understood that she was not an African family. Anyway, I'll tell you later. So.
Okay.
Then I continued to go to visit the little girl, and every week, once I was there, and because another African woman went with me, she wanted to see me. Then the social welfare wanted me to stop to go to visit her because they said I brought another person there. But I said, if you do that, I will start a hunger strike outside the Polanco. So they had an agreement with me. I could go to visit her twice a month, but with a social worker. And twice I could go by myself, but only giving to them something to eat and then leave. So it's... then in July, 11th of July in 2019, they came and with the little girl and said, then the Alicia, that was the name.
Alicia.
Yeah. She said, this is the last time you will see me. And I don't know. So I said, why? And then she said, yeah, I want to stay here to listen what the two social workers have to say to you. But they said, no, you cannot stay here. So they informed me that they had found this family that had the same skin color of the girl. They showed to me their home that was middle class kind of. And I said, but are you giving to her as a foster family or adoptive family? And they say, as an adoptive family. So why? I said. And in the end, I knew that because if it was a foster family, the government had to pay pay money to them every month. So it's,
right.
Till she was
right. Before someone goes for like full adoption.
Yeah.
Foster parents usually, they get paid a subsidy. Yeah.
And then they say, so we'll give to them in adoption. So in adoption, that means that she will never see her family again, the original family. And said, no, but okay, let's see what. Okay, and then I left. I went back to Italy. 2 days after left, they brought her, took her to this family. So because I knew after I came back. After I came back, I went immediately to see the adoption unit in Bangkok, in
North Point. Yeah.
And there was a Miss Che, Mrs. Che, was very nice. She said, don't worry, even if it is given in adoption to this family, we will invite her to keep in touch with the original family and with you. We have many successful cases like that, so you don't have to worry, etc. But I said no, but in the meantime, I had already informed again the family in Uganda. They found the best lawyer in Uganda to send a letter to the social welfare in July 2019. But they didn't answer with written answers on email. They only talking on the phone. Okay. Then last year, in 2020, on the 22nd of January, we went to the court, and we already found our lawyer that is Jonathan Mann, who represented the family of the girl and the other lawyer in Uganda. And she presented the papers to go to represent the girl, but the judge didn't allow him to be present. They said you are too rash, and so You just come at the last moment. Perhaps we think that the social welfare didn't give to the judge also the letter sent to them by the Ugandan lawyer in previous July. So eventually the girl was given to this family that we knew that was not African, because one of our African friends saw the woman and the little girl at the Indian club one day, and she said she's not African, she's Indian. But then the government told me that no, they are a Ugandan family, but that friend said, but in Uganda we have a lot of Indian people living there. So she's a Ugandan family living in Hong Kong, but they are Indian. So okay, then I waited some months because of the coronavirus, and then I came back. I wanted to see again Mrs. Che, but she was given another place in the social welfare department. During these years, they changed the social workers 5 or 6 times. After each step, to break this family and to give to other people, they always change the social workers.
Yeah.
So and then I went there, and another Islam told me, no, now the original family doesn't want to keep in touch. No, the adoptive family doesn't want to keep in touch at all with the original family and also with you. So and then I said, it's very unfair. What are you doing now? So I started to write letters to Carrie Lam, that one, and social welfare, many letters and answers. I have all the documentation here.
Okay.
To the Security Bureau, to the Justice Department, because also I think the 2 trials had some problems. The one in 2014 and the one in 2019. No, in 2020. So, and then also I wrote to the High Court Chief Judge about the 2 High Court judges who decided them. So, in fact, the second was not a High Court judge, was a District Court judge that gave the girl to that Indian family. So I continued to write letters and then I said, if you don't allow me, because they continue to say, you have to respect the family, no, you have to respect the little girl, let her grow without interruption, without problems, and so don't keep in touch with them, with her, and so it's for the benefit of the girl. And I said, and what about the benefit of the natural family? They are completely cut out. This family can leave Hong Kong, and so no, because in the future, if she wants to see the original family, we can help. But will be they in Hong Kong? Because now is adopted, so it's.
Now, may I ask a few questions? For Alicia, right now, she is with the adopted family, the Indian family already, and the biological mother, she
Uganda.
is already in Uganda. The biological mother, because she was deported.
Yeah.
And then the thing, if we rewind the clock back 10, 11 years ago, the Ugandan woman met this British guy, and then they had
This
girl, right? And she was pregnant, and then the baby girl was born in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
And then the Englishman still in Hong Kong, but doesn't want to have custody or recognize the girl.
That she's his girl.
That he should be responsible
but we don't know the name, so it's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So it just know that it's half of she's half English. That's all, right? And what's the wish of the girl Alicia right now? She is with the adopted family. Of course, she is still very young. She is only 10 and going to be 11 in April. So, Department of Social Welfare had, I should say, the court's final verdict. It's the custody belongs to this adopted Indian family,
Yeah.
and that was given a few months ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, 1 year ago.
1 year ago.
Just 1 year ago.
Now the argument, of course, is whether Alicia's grandparents from the mother's side should have the right for adoption. Seems like the Hong Kong government made the decision that the girl should have the custody under the adopted parents, which is the Indian family in Hong Kong, right? Yeah, is that the whole thing?
In fact, the problem is that during this kind of procedure, then the social welfare can say, now I don't have any power to interfere with the adoptive family. So sorry, because already the judge have decided to
because
give
after 1 year
no, because the judge already decided to give this girl to them in adoption.
Right, the
So
verdict was
he's already
out like
adopted.
a year
So
or so ago.
we cannot say anything.
Right.
If they decide to keep in touch with the original family, all right. If they decide not to keep in the original family, is also we cannot interfere because all the the power is in that family's decision.
Right.
But I think it's like a pilot way of doing things because you, social welfare, did this thing for 7 years and then after 8 years you say now it's not my responsibility. Let this family decide and this family. So that's very, very unfair because the Uganda government also asked you to give to the original family. Why you didn't give that? Why? And at that time they said, we have a priest in Hong Kong that can be a bridge to do that. Please contact him. And they say, no, we don't need anybody to do
You contacted the Ugandan Ministry of Foreign
Yes,
Affairs.
Yes, of course. I
When?
have all the documentation.
When was that?
In 2015 and 16.
So you are trying to help the grandparents from the mother's side.
I already said in Polenkok, now she has to go to Africa. I can also talk with her. I can invite somebody to teach her Kiswahili. And so I was already, but the social welfare refused me to do that.
So now I guess Alicia adopted family, they don't want you to have access with Alicia.
This is what the social welfare say because I don't know them. I never been in touch with them.
Right. She's still very young, of course, 10, 11.
Now, of course, now she feels much better that to be in a family, that to be in an orphanage is much different.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that she is completely happy to be with the new situation. I guess because I have not contact with her.
When was the last time you speak with Alicia? Was it 2 years ago?
Was in the 11th of July 2019 when she came and said, from now on you will not see me again.
Well, you saw her in Polenkok, I guess.
Polenkok, yes, when the two social workers.
And you started first seeing her when she was only 2 years old.
Yes, I went every week to see her.
In Polenkok. I see.
First was in the children's home, and then in Polenkok.
I see. I got the message. So this is a very complicated case now because the court's judgment is out, and then the reason why Father Mella is having going on.
The problem is that the social welfare continue to say now legally is already decided. I said no, because legally also was wrong. Both in 2014 and both in 2020. Why they didn't allow our lawyer to get into the court? That's very... Because we think that the social welfare didn't give all the material to the judge.
Right.
So we want to challenge even legally that choice.
Okay, great. So let's finish the English version of this interview. And I'm going to do one in Cantonese as well. So let's finish this part.